when you hit new project, it's basically giving you basic 4 track, 16. Usually, I would go with 4 track or 16 track, and it all depends on how many tracks you think you're going to need for the actual song. You know, different recordings, ad libs, or whatever. So, and if you do go with the 4 track, you could still add tracks, but to save time, I'm probably going to use more than 4 tracks. You know what I mean? So most of the time, I'll just go with the 16 track. Now, guys, when you get into the software, this is what it's going to look like. Excuse the glare right there, guys. I got my computer on its full brightness. All right. Um, so when you start this new project, you just click on 16 track. Now there's a metronome right here um, that automatically comes on, and you want to turn this off because basically it's gonna make like a sound that you don't probably want part of your song. Um, I don't hear nothing right now. Now, guys, to check your audio and stuff like this, right? These are going to be your audio. When you plug in your headphones, you're going to have more options that say headphones. So when I'm recording, I use the headphone, and I always put the headphone S. S is stereo, or you could go with right and left, but I don't ever use right or left. I always use stereo and the headphone option when my headphones are plugged in. Right. So, being that my headphones are not plugged in, say that's the headphone option right there. You're going to go with headphone stereo. So you click that, and usually I know I'm going to do like at least four different tracks. For the ad libs, the introduction, or the chorus and the verses. I might have the verses on different. So basically, before you even start recording, you know, you're basically your own engineer when you're doing this home studio setup provided provided to us by Cakewalk. All right. I think when you sign up, you're gonna have to register. It's real easy. It's just your email and stuff like that, but it's free. All right, guys. I've been using this software for years. It's free. Like I said, you just sign up. Don't forget your password and all that. Now, you could first off go to file. I'm going to file right now. Okay. What you got to do is hit the import to import um, the beat, or if you have a beat, whatever the case be, right? And wherever it is, you can import the beat. Usually, it'll be in my downloads. So, I don't really want to play a beat right now, or whatever. But this is the beat I just got done recording on, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna play it for a quick minute. Now, what I was saying, guys, is this right here. This right here is a metronome. Um, it says metronome during recording, and it's automatically activated when you first you know, make a new project, but it could have like it could be making noise or whatever. Like I had that problem before, and I didn't realize it was on when I first started using the software. Um, but you simply just click it to disable it. So don't forget to disable that because, like I said, it could cause a noise that you don't want to be in the song while you're recording, and you'll have to erase the recording and record again if you record with this metronome on. All right, so make sure you disable that. All right, guys, so you got your beat right here, right, on the first track. Now, the second track, right, all you got to do when you got your mic already plugged into the USB and you got your headphones and you're ready to record, all you got to do, guys, is activate um, the record, like what I just did, on whatever track you want to record. Say we want to record on track 3. And then after you activate to record, it's going to start recording once you hit the record. And I'm going to show you guys, but I don't really want the beat to be playing too much right now. So the M over here for this first track that the beat is on, as you guys saw, I just imported the beat and it automatically will go to the first track. So I'm going to mute the sound of the first track right now. And as you guys can see on the third track, the volume, and that's just the audio mic from my laptop picking up the audio because as you can see, I got the record activated, and you'll see it right here when I have this record activated on track 2. See what I'm saying? So whatever track you want to record, you first got to activate the record button. And then when you're actually ready to record, you're going to hit record, record, testing, testing. So right now, guys, it's recording. Um, but apparently, my computer mic, because I don't got my USB recording mic plugged in right now to show you guys. But this is just a quick tutorial, and I'm gonna play it. And so right now, guys, it's recording. Um, so okay, yeah, it recorded a little bit of what I was saying, but the mic is not too good, obviously, right? Now, if you ever, make any kind of mistake or anything, you can always go to file. Go to edit. And then all you gotta do is hit the undo recording button, and it's gonna undo, whatever the last thing that you did was. Now, see how I have this record button activated? If I go again to the edit button, it's gonna have the option undo insert events. Hit that and see it actually took away the beat. So it didn't undo this. So I guess it won't do that, but you'll have to hit that again to deactivate the record for track 2. As you guys can see. Now I'm gonna go back to the edit and I'm gonna hit redo insert events so it could put the beat back on because that was a mistake. So see how I put the beat back on. Now the beat right now is muted. All right. You don't gotta worry about the S or anything else, guys. I'm just showing you the basics. M is mute. Red is record. All right. Um. Now, like I said, so say you record your verse. Now you could rename, the tracks. Just double click right there, and you could hit verse 1 or verses or chorus, And it's all up to you if you want to put the verses on different um, tracks so that you could have more ability when it comes to mixing the audio. You know what I mean? But it all depends. Sometimes I'll record all my verses on one track, and then I could always split a whole recording on one track and move it to a different track, like move part of it to a different track. In other words, I could keep verse one on, but then separate verse two and drag. I could literally drag it to a whole another track. For example, I'm gonna drag this beat all the way down to track three, just so you guys can see. All right, I'm just showing you guys how this program works and the basics. Now, there's different things you could do. You see how it's like a triangle thing right there, and that's just if you want to like make it like that. But if you're just moving it, make sure it's like this, right? Make sure the cursor is like this, and it's up on the gray part where it's at right now. And all you do is right click on the mouse and hold it down, and then you could drag it to wherever you want to put it at. All right, we could bring it all the way down to number three. All right, see, we could put it right there, pick it up again, and we can move it. So I'm gonna put it right back where it was. All right, guys. So now, say for example, if you wanted to cut a portion, you gotta. I think before when I was telling you guys how to drag it, I think I said right click, but I meant left click. So if you want to split it for any reason, you gotta hit the right click button, and then you can split it, and then just hit OK. And then basically what split means is it just splits it in wherever you had it at, and then see now you could drop and you could separate two different verses that you recorded on one track. So I could leave the first verse on the track that I recorded both verses, but if I wanted, like I said, better audio opportunities, that I could, you know what I mean, then I could move verse two to a different track. Now, guys, on the top right corner, right here, click right there. Now, you could go to basic, you know what I mean, guys, and you know, um, so when you open a new project, it automatically goes to mix, but when you go to basic real quick and then you go back to mix, it just shows a whole different thing. You see what I'm saying? Now, right here, guys, um, you could still play the track up here. All right, you could still play the see it because I split that beat and I put one on another track. So I gotta mute it again. So you could also mute it from here too, guys. Remember, guys. So I split that split part, put on this one. Now, right here, guys, is where you can level the audio levels. Okay. Now I'm gonna play it again just so you guys can see it's playing. Um, Now you should be able see when it's actually playing. I'm gonna unmute it real quick. It's playing right now, as you guys can see. I'm gonna unmute it right here. Now you see the green. How is Like that's showing you the volume, right? Now, like I said, if it's too loud, you can control it. If you want to lower the beat or your vocals, whatever the case be, you could mess around. You could lower the sound of the beat. You could higher your vocals, whatever the case be, right, guys? Now, this is how you do it. Another very important thing that I also want to acknowledge for you guys, and this is very important. So, when and you don't do this part until after you're satisfied with the vocals and how it sounds and everything. Now, okay, even if it's touching red up here or whatever, guys, that's okay. Don't worry about that because just get the volumes the way like you want it to be with the beat. You know what I mean? And then we could come over here and it's going to say speaker, but then it's going to over here have a headphone speaker. Whatever is playing, you're going to see the green things. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's hitting the red up here, guys, that's not good. You know what I mean? So, if you want a more smooth audio experience, you want to lower these, keep lowering these. Now, this is the right side and the left side, so you want these to always be equal. All right. But, you could keep on lowering these and keep on playing the track. Keep on playing the track. All right, guys. Keep on playing this whole thing. Every track that you recorded, the vocals, the beat, everything, unless it's muted, it's all going to play at once, right? And you're going to adjust all the volumes to everything. Um, like I said, but over here, when you're satisfied with that, you got to come over here and over here, if it's hitting the red, like I guess I can show you real quick, but so you see how the green levels are moving, right, guys? Now, if it's hitting the red, basically you don't want it to hit the red. Now you you probably want to put this about halfway when it's all said and done. Usually when I do this for my songs, I put it about halfway. Now it's not going to mess up the actual volume of the actual song when it's actually exported out of the system, you know. But it's gonna make it just sound better. You know what I mean? So, like I said, guys, that's a very important thing. Don't forget about that. And if you do forget about it, make sure you save your project as you're working as well. Um, to save, you go to File, and you can save or save as. All right. While you're working, just make sure you continue to save everything. Save as first to name it, and then or you just gotta hit save after that to continue saving your work. But like I said, just make sure you guys adjust these levels over here for the final mixing of the audio. All right, and you're gonna just keep on playing it, you know, and have that musical listening ear to just make sure it sounds good and continue mixing or lowering or higher the volumes or whatever you got to do. All right, guys. Now, when this is not hitting the red and it all sounds good and everything, guys, okay, what you're going to do is um, you could probably do it from here, but what I like to do is just go um, back to the basic. option. All right. And then sometimes, like when you're trying to export it, it will only export just like one track. For some reason, like one track or whatever might be highlighted. So make sure just not one track is highlighted. You see what I'm saying? But like clicking like a gray spot or something like this, I like to just go like you can move the whole song like this. By the way, guys, see what I'm saying? Um, but I like to do that and then hit this button just to go all the way to the beginning, right? And like I said, you could just like click certain spots or whatever, and then you know when you feel like nothing's highlighted or whatever, then you just go to File and you hit the export. All right, you go to the export option. All right, and then just go right over there to audio because you're exporting this as audio. All right, and then you don't have to rename it, but it's gonna just stay the name that you already named it right there. All right. But if you're working with somebody and you gotta send them the file just so that they could look over it and make sure the audio levels are good, and maybe they have to mix it a little bit more, like shout out to my brother G. I'm working with my brother G right now, and um, you know, when you're working with somebody and whatever the case be, um, like I said, it's best to send it, email it to, uh, when you get done with it, bro, email it back as a wave right here. See, it's automatically just going to say wave, so you don't have to do anything right there. But when I'm actually done with the project, I'll select MP3 and I'll export it as an MP3. But as a wave file, that just means it's the actual project itself, basically, to where when you send me the wave file, I could uh, load it onto the program, Cakewalk, and go from there and see if I have to adjust any type of audio levels or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to automatically already say wave, so you don't have to mess with that unless you're going to make it a MP3 file, like I said. So pretty much the sources is what the export is. So if you're listening from your headphones or whatever, it's going to say headphones down here. So really, you don't have to do much right here. Like I said, you don't even have to name it. You don't have to do much at all. Pretty much all you got to do is go to the export button, and I could hit the button, and just delete it later because this is just a test just to show you guys. But yeah, you hit the button, the export button, okay? And then see export audio successfully completed, right? And then you could uh, open it, and it's going to be in your folders, okay? In your music folders. So you could hit the open button right here, but they're going to want you to close out Cakewalk. So let's see, this right here is the wave file. and it's 3 minutes and 54 minutes long because that's the length of the beat that I imported onto that first track. See what I'm saying, guys? So now you know it's in your files on your computer, and whether it be a WAV file or MP3. So this is a WAV file. So you just double click it, and whatever program you got, it's gonna open it up or whatever. I don't think I ever played a WAV file, so I don't think that it's gonna play. But I think I had it muted. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But so yeah, guys, that's pretty much how you do it. All right. Sorry that this video turned out to be kind of long, but I hope you got plenty of information out of it. This is the basic introduction to Cakewalk. All right. You could go back, rewind back, and go back in the video, pause it, whatever you have to do, to see what you have to do. As a beginner Cakewalk user. So, like I said, guys, don't forget. Um, when you're recording, basically you're going to be on this screen. You know what I'm saying? Activating whatever track. Say we're going to activate track 3. Right now, I got both of these other tracks muted, so you're not going to hear the beat when it's playing. All right, guys, because I just don't want the beat to play right now. You know what I mean? So you see that line? That's where we are right now in the track. So I'm just going to hit this button to go all the way to the beginning, right? And now we could play it. So we're playing it. We're playing it. Remember, you got that record activated on track 3, and see that green is just picking up my voice right now. So this is the beat right here, but it's muted so you guys don't hear it. But real quick, if I unmute it, see. Now when you guys are ready to record, remember you're recording on this one because it's activated, right? All you got to do, it doesn't have to be playing, but you can hit the record button while it's playing, or you could just stop it and record from the beginning. As long as you have a track that is that has a record button that's activated, like this, right? All you got to do to actually record right here is hit that record, and right now it's recording on this track. Now I'm gonna stop it, and this is the recording that it just did, and I'm gonna play it. You could barely hear it. It didn't pick up that much, like I said. But that's just a quick rundown, guys, and everything. Hope you guys enjoy it, learn something, for all you guys who are, new to this and everything. God bless.